Yeah, that's the other thing.
Like,
Bonuses
holy
get
fuck.
ridiculous.
Like, we have, like, our bard in our Pathfinder game is, like, hyper-focused into perform and, like, is routinely getting above 40 on his perform checks, which the in-game rules are like, you're so good at playing the guitar that the gods are regularly taking notice when you hold concerts.
Take notice.
So he's KK Slider.
Basically.
Pretty much.
I think that's the second KK Slider reference in a couple episodes.
We did have one over the weekend.
Yeah. So speaking of KK Slider, do we want to get to this week's episode
Slide
of
into
Reflex?
the episode.
There you go.
Yeah, there we
Okay.
go.
That's it. Well, we got Tim on board now. That's okay.
I'm here.
He wasn't sold on the segue until we got the slide in reference. So do you guys remember what happened last week?
Absolutely not. No,
I went unconscious.
You did go unconscious.
We foolishly decided that Wodun should be left to his own devices when he went to explore a shipwreck. And then once he got attacked by what turned out to be a coven of sea hags, we came running to his rescue with our water walking abilities.
Sprinting across the water like frill-necked lizards across a pond.
And we did manage to kill all of them, and then we found a cauldron full of money.
Yeah, lots of
And I
money.
had
Best reward.
no idea what we were going to spend this money on.
What's really fun is, like, out of the entire situation, all I want to say is, Andy, you be you. Don't let any of them dissuade you from any kind of decision in future.
I will.
Okay. You will let them
No,
dissuade you?
I will be me.
Excellent.
I'll
Fantastic.
let my freak flag fly.
Don't know if it's freak flag so much as...
No, freak flag is
A
correct.
freedom flag.
Yeah, no, I like the freedom flag.
WWWD. What would Wodun do?
Wait, that sounds like you're going for a wrestling thing. So there's a couple things as well that happened. You tried to rest after the fight, since you did expend quite a bit trying to save Wodun, which, you know, as much as it's a bit of resources spent, Wodun nearly died. And there were a couple situations where they was in a pretty tough spot. You tried to rest to get a bit of health back, but the dawning realization was that you don't get as much health back on a short rest anymore while you are in the vicinity of this island. Rather than getting your hit die plus your constitution per roll back, you only get your constitution modifier back. Fortunately, you have the Song of Rest to add a bit more healing towards that as well, but that is significantly less than what you'd be used to. So you're going to need to be careful.
At least it only applies to hit die.
Yeah, well, sure.
Damn it, I was trying to trick you into giving more information away.
You then, after that rest, made your way back to the shattered ice dock that is pretty large. It stands up to 20 feet above the waterline because it's a dock that's made clearly for giants. And you're looking up into the cliffs that border this island to a stairway that leads upwards. What do you guys want to do?
Go home.
That's fair.
Turn around and go.
We should, actually, we should,
Invisible up.
invisible up.
Alright.
So you've got, just so we're clear, the people that are here right now is Wodun, Horacio, Svieta, Carnelian, Valine, and you've left, I think,
Oh yeah, Valine.
Otto and Dogcliff we left on the boat.
on the boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
As well as Chucky.
As well as Chucky. So, am I right in saying the animals are just left to their own devices on the boat? There's no one else back there, is there?
I left them the rest of the fish
Okay. You know, there's a lot of fish, to be fair.
in case Otto gets snacky.
He doesn't snack on, like, Chucky. Just,
Yeah, pretty much.
okay. She's thinking about you, Carnelian. So then it's just, in that case, it's just the five of you.
Yeah.
So do you have invisibility to cover all five?
Yep. I can do myself and 2 additional targets.
And I'll do myself and 1 additional target.
Alright.
We're invisible.
Who are you targeting?
You and Valine.
Thanks.
Which means that Horatio is being targeted by Carnelian, who's also got himself.
Yep.
Alright, so keep that in mind just in case someone loses concentration. So you're invisible.
And we will proceed up the stairs.
Yes.
Being very careful not to slip on the icy stairs.
Okay.
They're so slippy.
They are slippy.
It would be a shame to fall down these giant-sized steps.
Slippy steppy.
Well, you approach the steps, and they are made of ice bricks. They're not made of stone or anything like that. It's made of pure ice. So, yeah, they are quite slippy. All of you, however, do have some ice shoes, if I remember correctly, some crampons.
Yep.
But you have to scale a 20-foot wide path made with these bricks up to 50 feet of the sheer walls of the cliff above you.
So how tall is each step?
So they're steps that look like they're made for giants. So not only, you can't just sort of step up and over them, you do have to do a little bit of climbing for each step. But I'll say that unless you're in sort of a pressing situation, you can take your time to make sure you move up. It'll make you move a little bit slower, maybe half speed. But if you really got to scramble, then you'll have to start making athletics checks to get up at a reasonable price. So I'd say maybe each step is probably about 5 foot tall. Like you'd have to really just lift yourself up each time.
Jeez, Carnelian, that's like jumping a head-height fence.
We'll use some rope just to help me up every time.
Someone
Do
just
need
tie
the
a rope.
boost.
Just tie it on about belts.
Well, who's strongest of those?
I mean, we should be have like a rope connecting all of us anyway, just because we can't see each other.
Will the rope be invisible? Because that'll just completely negate the whole point of being invisible.
Oh my god, I'm just thinking about the different invisibility spells as well. Like, what parts of the rope go invisible?
To answer your question, yes.
Oh, really?
Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it is on the target's person.
Does that apply to the people it's being cast on as well?
Yes.
Yep.
I guess we do that first and then
Yeah.
they're invisible.
Then, yeah.
I think once you start picking items up, it does turn items invisible as well.
I don't think it says that explicitly, but usually that's how I've seen GMs run it. Is if you are invisible and you pick up a sword, the sword becomes invisible.
Well, let's put it this way. We have a recent example of Beefcliff turning invisible when he's put away. So, if we're going to be consistent with my own rules that I've been using in this campaign, when you pick up items, you can make them turn invisible.
Awesome.
Unless it's for dramatic effect. Let's go. Okay. So you're just picking your way up on the stairs. So it's going to take you a good maybe 20 minutes to get up the stairs if you're just carefully picking your way up the stairs.
Cool.
You crest the top of the last stair, and now you're standing on top of a cliff that looks out over the bay that you've seen below you. And you look out and you can see a long, narrow passage of what looks to be land, although it's covered in snow, that stretches out to the island ahead. There appears to be a path in front of you that's taking some winding direction towards the inland of the island. And you can see that the island, there appears to sort of start rising into a hilltop in the center. Although there is some mist surrounding the actual hilltop itself, so you can't see the peak of the mountain. Everyone, roll a stealth check.
My specialty.
I am going to do that at advantage because of my cloak.
I'm going to do that at disadvantage because of also something I'm wearing.
Anyone who on disadvantage can roll flat, you are invisible.
Oh, that is true. Hey, thanks.
So double advantage for Zimma, I guess.
Hey, look at us.
Hey, couple of twos over here.
Oh, dear.
Couple of twos.
Roll big, Carnelian. Lift this up.
Not great. That's a 14.
Okay.
4.
4,
3.
3,
15.
15. Okay. Oh, I should probably also
Valine, step up.
Valine. Alright, she rolled a 14 as well. As a party, you all have approached the top of these stairs, and when you do, you look to your right and you can see a little mound of snow that's just sort of piled up on the side of the path. And on it, you can see a tiny figure that just lying there.
How tiny?
Like
Carnelian?
No, far more tiny than that.
A figurine?
It's smaller than Carnelian, maybe only at best a foot high.
Whoa.
It is lying down on a mound of ice, and it has this just little chest that's rising and falling, and it's got a mostly white body, looks almost like a shard of ice. And it's got splayed out underneath him, like from its back, these little tiny like bat wings. They're just lying and floating just below it. It has a long, crooked nose and tiny little eyes that look like they're asleep.
Have we seen one of these before? Maybe in the very first episode?
Do you want to roll some kind of check? Maybe a nature check?
I also roll?
You can roll a nature check too.
Can I also roll?
I mean, I feel like we actually did see one of these. But...
Everyone can roll a nature check.
Nature...
It's not my strong suit. It's intelligence.
15.
15.
Also 15.
15.
Also 15.
15!
Wait, really?
Also
Yeah.
15?
Holy shit.
Nice!
That's a solid all-round roll.
Nailed it.
Oh, man.
I mean, I rolled a 14, but I think she's got better intelligence than that. Let's just say 15 for Valine as well. All of you exclaim over the Wi-Fi radio, "It's an ice method!"
Oh my god.
It's all at once. What? You kind of have run into something similar, but not the same. And you didn't really see it because it was invisible at the time. This little creature is a small elemental, made of ice, effectively. They are tiny, they fly around. Actually, I think you have maybe met some of those methods when you were at the ice cap, the black cabin, and you were coming out and there were those cold light walkers. Those flying things that came in that created the fog clouds. Those were methods.
Okay.
I'm not sure if they were ice methods specifically, but yeah, so you see this little ice method and it looks like it's asleep. It's just going...
Why is that a question?
Alright. Activate the helmet.
Okay.
Meow, 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 meow. No, we should probably avoid it.
You guys think
'Cause
what
we-
I'm thinking? We execute this thing
What? No.
while it sleeps.
Not at all.
We've never seen just one.
We don't know who it works for.
Who do we think it works for? I mean, it's probably works for... it's fair to assume it works for Oriel, right? As some kind of scout or watch.
It's not doing a good job of that.
I know, thank God.
Yeah, but if we can avoid killing it, then nobody will notice that it's missing, and we won't have to worry about them raising an alarm.
Yeah, you got a point, provided anyone else comes out this far.
Are these also the things that explode when you kill them?
Maybe.
Those ones
Yeah,
did,
I'm pretty sure those ones did have death throws when we killed them in the Cold Light Walker fight.
Let's leave it.
Yes, let's carry on.
Okay.
Sneak.
So you're sneaking away from the ice method.
Yeah.
Roll me another stealth check.
Oh no.
No!
No, I'll do it.
Yeah, okay, I'll do it, yeah.
Go ahead.
Don't worry, guys.
Disadvantage. Oh, right, no, because
Nice
it's...
flat.
Yeah!
Someone else go.
20.
7.
14.
20.
Alright.
Nice.
I'm rolling fucking rocks tonight. Take a while it lasts.
So, all of you... Hang on, let me just double check.
Natural 20.
It's your turn.
Yeah, them fast and feels. Just think of wishy-washy, disgusting little shit wishy-washy. Yeah, there you go.
So all of you sneak away, I'm thinking comically tied together with your hands out in your front, just doing the tiptoe thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, you sneak away from this little tiny ice method, and you leave him to his nice little nap. It looks like there is a path in front of you that you can follow. However, it's up to you what you would do at this point. It looks like where you're walking at the moment, there's not a lot of features. It's a relatively flat piece of snow and ice. And the path seems to lead to the one side of a small little outcropping, which leads to more central in the island.
Are there any, tall, landscape landmarks that we could see if we looked up?
The tallest landmark would be that mountain in the middle of the island, but you can't see the top of it. You can see what looks to be sort of like a ridge top ahead of you, where the path sort of curves around and disappears behind it. Perhaps getting up there could allow you a bit more height to give you a bit more lay of the land.
I would imagine it would be like insanely windy where we are if it's so flat and icy and desolate.
It's very cold. Yeah, the wind is biting and it's sort of almost penetrating all of your warm weather gear.
I guess we go down the path.
Yeah, I didn't know if there's any other way to get to the castle. How far down the path can we see?
You can see about 1,500 feet in front of you as that path curves around this ridge. It's very clear out to the fog in the horizon around the island. So it affords you quite a long range of vision.
And from where we are, there doesn't appear to be any other alternate routes to get to the castle?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
And yeah, I guess we'd have to assume that because we could probably see a lot of stuff, like we could probably assume that the castle would have to be on the mountain, right?
Yeah, makes sense. We'll just carry it down the path, and if there's an alternate route, I suppose we could keep our eyes open and see if it comes up.
How long does invisibility last?
An hour.
Alright, so you've been 20 minutes at this point as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can we cast it again today, if we need to?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So you just head down the path as is,
Yeah.
and are you going to climb the ridge, or are you just going to keep following the path around?
How much of a climb is
Yeah,
the
what
ridge?
are we talking?
It looks like it's probably about probably about 100 feet up over the course of maybe about 200 feet. So it's like probably got a 45-ish degree.
That'd
slope.
eat so much of the invisibility spell.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's limited. Shall we crack on?
Yeah.
Unless anybody has a good reason to want to go up, then yeah, I'd say we just keep going forwards.
I could turn into a giant spider and just one by one walk us up the cliff because I've got spider climb, so I don't really get
Yeah, we could,
impacted by vertical surfaces.
Yeah.
but how quickly could you do that?
Well, what's the climb speed?
So a giant spider. Climb speed is 30 feet as well.
Okay, so that's like 4 rounds.
Yeah, the spider can climb difficult surfaces, including upside down or ceilings, without needing to make any ability checks.
Okay, so you could ferry us up probably in a minute or two.
Probably, yeah. That's an option.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm curious to see what's up there, and if we can do it quickly, and it's not too hard for you to turn into a spider, which is
It's quite natural.
Yeah.
Maybe she's
Alright.
born with it.
I am 100% on board
queen.
with plan spider mount.
Yep. I'm on board for a spider mount.
Alright, so what are you doing there, sorry?
I will strafe away and turn into a giant spider.
Yep.
And whoever would like to go first,
Ooh.
I guess it's large, so maybe the people that are attached to me.
Yeah, just pull us up like a sled.
I feel
What if
like
I spin a web around you guys? And then I just
Bundle us
I
up.
feel like
those crazy things.
pulling 3 humans might be a bit much for a large creature.
This is strength of 14.
I just
Which
feel like
could
you're all
probably
behind
lift.
it like water skis.
Strength of 14. I think it could probably lift 2 people.
I'm sure you could get us up there pretty quick. I don't think it matters too
Yeah,
much.
I can lift everyone up. But
Alright, so you turn into a giant spider.
yeah, I'm really hairy and dotty.
And what happens is 2 people, so Horacio and Wodun, jump on your back. They're on the back of the carapace, yeah, it's time for spider. And
Yeah.
Valine and Carnelian just have the rope lashed to them, and they just lean back into it like they're on skis, and you start scuttling up.
Yeah,
And you're just going,
everyone's having a good time.
getting sick powder on the way. That's what they say in the snow, right?
Yeah, sick powder on this
Right.
sheer ice cliff.
Us Aussies know everything about the snow, don't worry about it.
Gnarly.
Fortunately, is it an ice spider or is it just a regular big spider?
It's just a giant spider. If it was an ice spider, that'd be a different story.
Okay. Well, luckily your spidery claws dig into the icy cliff, and you're able to make your way to the top of the ridge with everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone make me a perception check.
Ooh, I can't wait. I have so many eyes.
Do you get any bonus to perception as a spider?
Hang on, I brought up Ice Spider, I got rid of it.
Eye spider? Oh no, ice spider.
Ice Spider. Which is also giant, but I don't think I've ever seen one. Because gross.
Perception.
It's rolling so badly. Got an 8.
I wish I could say I was surprised. I really do.
Last episode I was rolling
Oh,
really well.
Oh man, yeah. You,
See, like I was saying to you on the drive home, like when it counts, like Wodun pulls it out. He turns up.
That's why Wodun got arrested.
That's it.
because he pulled up when he shouldn't have. 19.
Yeah.
19,
8.
8,
5.
5,
12.
12.
See if that hill's was able
I assume
to
that's
hide.
Valane's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the hill trying to hide.
So, everyone, except for Carnelian, is looking out at this spectacular view. Despite everything, the cold chilling you to the bones, this dangerous place with this god that apparently is around somewhere, wanting to kill you, or wanting to destroy the Dale, or do something, you're just in awe at the splendor of this place. It even feels a little bit clearer than everywhere else in the Dale. It's not bright, shining sunlight, but it feels almost like the fog and the dreariness of the Dale doesn't even quite get here, and you're just looking out over this magnificent snow-covered landscape. Unfortunately, that distracts all of you from seeing anything useful. Except for Carnelian.
Oh.
Carnelian, you're looking out while everyone's just going, ooh, ah. And you're taking note of a few of the different features around you. One of the things that you can see, so you can only really see half of this island, really. It looks like it's sort of a central mountain that has the roots of it, like the ridges and roots of it that run down in like almost a star shape. And then that extends all the way out into the land, the lowlands like below it, and then out to the sea in these little points. Roll a wisdom check.
Alright.
Or insight.
Maybe survival? It's wisdom based.
Yeah, you could do survival.
I mean, I'm just trying to get like a feel for what kind of role you want me to do here.
Yeah, there's a couple of different ways you could approach this. You could choose one of those 3 skills, and
Well, I'll choose survival because I'm proficient.
I'll change based on what you've got.
13.
13. I mean, you're no cartographer. But you're pretty handy in a pinch about trying to figure out the lay of the land of where you're going. And this kind of pattern and shape feels less natural and more deliberate. It's almost like a snowflake shape, the island itself. So there's like long spurs that come out from a central sort of like hub.
From up, yeah.
Oh, so if you look at it from above, it would almost look like a star.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? Okay.
So, like, almost like a city would be, like a town would be designed, like a large, like, you know, wheel, and then there's like a hub and spokes.
Sort of, except the center of it is just is set.
the mountain.
Yeah. What you also see when you look out to the ocean is a number of shipwrecks as the fog is cleared away. So the 2 that you can see back from the dock, which where you came, there's also one sort of way further out, just along the southern tip of the island, and you think you spy one just over that ridge as well, further off into the distance. To the north, you don't see anything, but if there's any indication, there's probably shipwrecks all around this place. Another feature that you notice on the mountain that you can see ahead of you, there are a number of dots in the mountainside. Maybe caves? I'm not really sure. They're a good, 600 feet away or so, like as the crow flies.
Is there any giant-sized boat, like, wreckages, or are they all, like, human-sized?
It's hard to tell at these distances, but
Even using other boats as perspective markers?
I mean, the ones that you saw looked like very human-sized boats, so the ones that are together look human-sized. It's really hard to tell otherwise. The other feature that you see is that off to your southwest, you can see the path that sort of hooks around this ridge and comes down between the mountain and the ridge itself. There's like a low-lying part where the path comes through, and then snakes its way down across the land, and you can see what looks to be some standing structures below you. Like, a lot of them dotted around the path at one point.
Okay.
And then it continues on through it. The path then sort of curves up one side of the mountain and you sort of lose it over 1 foot.
So, like, we're up quite high now, is that right? And where, like, the path is sort of curving around the hills of the mountain, and down below there's, like, what looks like maybe used to be a village or a city or something? Is that what you're saying?
You don't know if there's structures. There's certainly something that's dotting the path below you, like, several hundred feet further down, further southwest.
Alright. Well, I'll point out the maybe settlement, maybe ruins, maybe something that's below us, but also the dots that indicate, like, maybe caves in the side of the mountain, like, that's further inland.
So, and Valine speaks up. The plan. We're looking for the Professor's Orb and the Codicil of Light, yes?
Yeah. We're looking for something, and then hopefully we can rest up before...
Before approaching the mountain, yes?
Yes.
Well, perhaps we should explore some of these places you've seen.
Do we have a preference on place?
Well, no, I mean, we've only got one objective, really, while we're here. That's to acquire the artifacts.
Well, if we're about to lose our cover, perhaps we should go for a cave so that we're not exposed in the open.
That sounds like a good idea.
It's also worth noting we don't see the other half of the island. There may be some other things over there as well.
Well, what's closest, Carnelian? What do you see? A cave?
It's split between the cave system sort of to your north and the southwestern, like, little, like, structures. It's about equidistant.
They're about the same, but I imagine it'd be easier to go down than up.
Then we just have to come back up again.
I mean, we'll have to come back up. Like, I imagine we'll make multiple trips either way. I like the idea of getting higher. Actually, it might give us a better view of, like, a better lay of the land.
Well, yeah, we haven't even spotted the castle yet, have we?
No.
Solstice? No.
Or anywhere that, oh man, the rock probably lives on top of that mountain.
It would be good to try and at least get an idea of where the castle's located. I mean, we still haven't even got a visual on it, so perhaps we could keep advancing a little further for now.
Spider-Woman?
Spider-Woman?
Look, I don't know if it'll arouse suspicion or anything, but perhaps you could use your Chirwinger to scout aerial and perhaps find the castle. But I don't know if there's any natural livestock that's here, so that might be an indication that we are here.
I mean, the Chewinga could scout for us while we head to one of the locations, and then it can report.
Oh, we're not just going to stand here while it's in the sky, but it's just like if it's cast. Like, do I see any birds or anything in the sky?
With the perception check that you had before, you don't.
Does Carnelian? Carnelian, did you see any birds?
Good question. Do I see any birds?
With the perception check that you saw before.
Doesn't the Chewinga, like, isn't that part of, like, a summon animal spell?
Yeah, it's on an eagle.
So doesn't it come with its
supposedly.
own animal?
Well, yeah, but if there's no animals at all here, it's going to arouse suspicion that there's just suddenly an eagle.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, well, there's no point otherwise.
Yeah, you don't see any other birds in the sky.
Probably not a good idea.
Stupid Chewingus.
Well, I think we just carry on. I think we should try and find where this castle is, otherwise we're going to be here for days.
I don't think there's any point to go to the caves. If anything, she's collapsed them if they went into her castle. She's been here for over 2 years.
The caves don't look collapsed, though, do they?
I mean, you just see the outside of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you can see are just some dots in the mountainside
Yeah.
where the cave system is.
I'd rather not be in a cave, if anything.
Yes.
Alright.
I mean, I would, but I feel like I'm outvoted here.
Do we know, like, you said there's still approximately half of the island that we can't see. In what direction is that? I'm just trying to get my bearings here.
Northwest?
Yeah, northwest. So you're basically approaching this mountain from the southeast,
Yes.
Spoke. And so the half that you can see is all the southeastern half. and so the northwestern is sort of covered by the mountain.
So we're like, the ridge that we're on is on top of one of those spokes.
Yeah, so it
which
is-
is affording us that vantage point.
If you imagine the island like a snowflake, each point is actually the direction of a compass, right? So you've got a north, south, east, west, and a northeast, north, south. No, sorry, northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. You are coming from the southeastern spoke,
Okay.
and that's where you are now.
I see.
All right. Well, let's go maybe 2 more ridges and see what we can see from there.
Sure.
Alright. And then, but are we more likely to head for, like, maybe this settlement that's, like, down, or are we going to try and get to the...
I don't think we should go down anymore. I think if there's magic artifacts, I think she'll have them. I don't think she's going to leave them laying around the countryside.
That makes a lot of sense.
Assuming she knows she has them.
Isn't she, like...
She doesn't need the protocol herself.
She's a god. Surely she...
Yeah, sure. Isn't there, like, some degree of, like, omniscience that comes with that territory?
For major ones, yes. Minor gods, not so much. Divine beings are strange. Minor gods ascending through the ranks are... sometimes it's hard to pinpoint where they spring from. But certainly outside of the main pantheon, you can't assume any sort of specific thing about any god. That would be presumptuous.
Well, do we have any additional information on where they may be stored?
We could try doing some sort of scrying spell. It has been difficult to scry into this place for any of the items, but now that we're here... Well, I think we did talk about this actually earlier. We couldn't do a locate object necessarily because, well, our scrying techniques have been blocked. However, I mean, if I was designing a spell that blocked divining magic, the barrier to which makes a lot of sense with this fog, I think the fog might demarcate a boundary line of some description where this island is hidden from outside observers where possible, which makes it quite difficult to find unless you know where you're going. But it can't be moving or completely illusionary. She needs to find her way back every time. Perhaps we could do some sort of scrying then instead, now that we're here.
It's not a bad idea.
Indeed. I will, if everyone can give me a moment, I can cast locate object.
We should maybe move a bit closer inwards. That'll give your locate object, like, a better radius. But also, casting that spell will drop your invisibility.
Oh, right. Then yes.
It would also worth noting that, yes, what's the range on locate object?
1,000 feet.
So it would get a good distance ahead of us, but this is a very large island. Is it a ritual spell?
No, it's not.
Yes, we should probably be careful about where we use our spells here, especially if we will need to conserve them for some form of attack, or if we have to plan a rest of some description. We should be very careful.
That might be a reason to actually check out those caves, because even if they are dead ends, they could prove useful shelter if we have to stay here overnight.
Yeah, I think you might be right if we need to.
Assuming that they're not dangerous, yes, that would be ideal hold-up places if we need to rest. It's not a bad idea to potentially check them out first. That being said, it's up to you.
How much out of the way are the caves if we wanted to head straight for the mountain?
The caves are in the mountain.
Oh.
Yeah, they're in the side of the mountain. Probably they look like, now that Carnelian's pointed them out to you, they are from your position northeast, so heading straight towards the mountain, in sort of the eastern side of the mountain itself. And just as a rough estimate, you'd put them at about 800 feet as the crow flies from where you are. So given the lay of the land, there might be a bit more, but that's about how far away they are.
Perhaps we could just start heading towards the mountain and the caves. And, get a little closer and see what we see.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Just want to do something.
Yeah.
Lower me. Lower us. Spider-Woman.
Oh, you don't have to be on my back right now, but okay.
I want you to wrap me up and lower me down.
We don't have to get lower. We can just follow the ridge, can't we?
The ridge will eventually lead naturally down and reconnect to the path where you were if you keep following it.
I don't care. Lower me down on a thread.
Alright. I will lift my abdomen
Oh,
up.
no, put that abdomen away.
Yeah, put it back down.
Put that abdomen away.
No,
I
you
was
can't
kidding.
see it.
I was kidding.
I thought you were going to grab each of them in your, each, leg and then turn into the little, side wheel thing and roll down there.
Oh.
You just have 2 legs left, so you're running with all your legs up.
Do you see the octopuses underwater and they just have their 2 legs?
Yeah.
Are they carrying that little
Yeah.
shell?
Yeah, I do imagine I'm still carrying 2 of you, but
So you make your way down, and you're still invisible at the moment, but you don't have that much invisibility left. You might be able to get to the caves before it wears off.
He was hoping.
So you're heading towards the caves. You break off from the path and head northeast. Everyone's got climbing equipment. Can you all make me a athletics check with advantage, please?
Hell yeah.
no, I'm a spider.
No, you don't have to make it.
Hell yeah.
You can help other people.
Oh,
Does anyone need a hand?
yeah.
I got 8.
You don't have to roll.
Thank
You don't have to roll.
It counts.
I was like, it's not a very good roll.
I just got it too. I'm dumb. No.
Don't worry, Jen. I got it first
Thanks,
go.
Zimma.
This GM is running the game.
I got a 20
not
athletics.
Good. Not good. With advantage 4.
Aren't you still straddling me?
Yeah.
And roll with advantage again because you're straddling a spider.
Thank God. We'll be here for... Hey, natural 20.
Yeah, that's good.
15.
15.
Hey,
Thanks, Spider-Woman.
you're welcome. I'm here all day. For 3 hours.
I'm here all day for
It was
3
nearly a
hours.
19 and a 20, but rolled to an 8, so 19 plus probably 0 for a wizard strength, so still pretty good.
Well, I should clarify, that's a 19. Because I'm -1.
Yeah, I think Merlin's similar. Okay. So you're approaching these caves that are dotted into the mountainside. And as you approach, make a perception check.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, no.
Oh,
Is that you?
yeah, that's
Hey,
me,
babe.
baby. Hey.
We're just playing footsies, don't worry about it.
21.
13.
21.
Oh. Hey.
You're approaching the closest cave towards you, and as you approach, while you're still invisible, you hear...
I thought it might have been a walrus at first, but it's too far inland.
That's a mating call. It sounds like mine.
It sounds like a walrus having a stroke or something.
Oh, is there any way to identify that
It doesn't
sound?
sound familiar.
Does it sound humanoid?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Oh dear.
Was that mad grunting magical in nature? Yes.
10.
10.
18.
18.
Also 10.
Oh, sick.
11.
11. Carnelian. As you hear that sound, a shiver runs down your spine. Your home in the mountains in the spine of the world, this is not an unusual sound. This is the sound that you're walking into Yeti territory.
Oh crap, guys. It's a Yeti.
A Yeti?
Yeti.
A large, ape-like mammalian with, a winter coat and horns.
Ooh, sounds soft.
They're not fun.
Oh.
What? How big is the Yeti?
Haven't we fought a Yeti?
No, we found you're wearing the remains of a Yeti.
But didn't we fight a Yeti in the cave?
No, we fought an Etten?
Verbig.
Verbig.
Oh, you're wearing the Yeti rug. Maybe you can
May-
intimidate them.
You may want to put that away. That's an offensive gesture.
Or...
No, let's not.
So Wodun makes this sound and it starts to emanate from your position. And what you hear, not only from the cave in front of you, but from other caves ahead of you as well.
Do I know about any, abilities that a Yeti might have outside of, say, just being a large primate that does a lot, that can punch really hard?
Well, you're going to have a second to think about that because as your invisibility spell wears off,
Of course.
each one of those caves produces a Yeti that is charging down the hill.
How many caves?
There's 7 of them.
That's a lot of Yetis.
7 Yetis come charging out of the cave.
7 Yetis.
And they look directly at the man that called them forth.
What is his accent?
All in mating fury. Roll for initiative.
Can we get a picture of a Yeti now that
Yeah.
I've identified it?
In heat,
Yeah.
please.
Well, I can't get a Yeti with a boner.
Try searching, bro. You never know. You're full.
I don't.
That's not good.
Well,
I'm just gonna
Wodun's
go out,
giving some Yetis some
I'm
bonus.
just gonna go out on a limb here and say that they're probably immune to ice damage.
I'll tell you a bit more.
Come on.
Magical.
Oh, beat me.
Alright. So, this is what a Yeti looks like.
He's hiding his little boner behind his little pelt.
His little pelt boner under there.
He's got a little pouch down there.
I'm just going to show you another image that this has, another handout for the Yeti.
If he sits down, he can make jazz hands 4 times.
Oh, I closed it.
Well, here's a different handout that also will be fun.
Oh no.
And he's enormous.
Yeti.
The Yeti of the Icewind Dale.
Oh, there he
likes to
is.
stalk
He's
their prey.
took me a while to find him in the snow.
I think
Where's
that's
Yeti?
I think that's the point of having like a pale white pelt in a tundra.
Ooh, survival.
helps.
But I can't see his crotch. So I don't know if he's barring up.
It's the G-rated picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really want to look
Look,
for
we can-
erect Yeti.
We can sex
Yes, you
the
do.
Yeti after combat, alright?
I'm gonna Google it. Yeti with a boner.
Alright, you look at...
You may want to rethink that.
It's her search, not mine. It's okay.
Yeti boner sends a message to Farmer Hick.
What?
It's
Yeti boner?
Yeti
name.
boner sends a message to a Farmer Hick.
Is that like a name?
I don't know.
Yeti boner?
It's a YouTube video.
Oh.
I'm scared to click images though.
I'd be as well.
I'm just not.
Wodun,
God damn, it's a lot of Yetis.
Yes.
what'd you roll for initiative?
8.
Alright, initiative.
Horatio.
That would be a natural 1 for a 3.
Ooh. Carnelian.
I got a 21. I'm quite happy with that.
Svieta.
17.
Okay.
When I rolled 17.
It was a very good roll. Okay. Got my turn order. Descending. That means we are first cab off the rank. Carnelian. You have Yetis in front of you. Sorry.
Sorry, mate. Shoot him with your little pig sticker thingy.
How many charges? I need to make sure I've been tracking the charges of the wand properly.
I trust you.
How do I change this value?
They come back every day anyway, so we've had a long rest.
No, I get 1d6 plus 1 back every day.
Yeah, it's a minimum 2.
So I haven't been using it much, but I did use one like today already, so I just want to make sure I'm keeping honest. I'm gonna be generous and say that they can move 50 feet. They might be able to move further, but I'm gonna move up, and I'm going to brandish this wand, which has a 60-foot range,
Oh, look at him branching it.
and I'm going to cast a wand of web at that one with the purple dot that's right in front of us,
Okay,
and
purple
definitely
dot
the
again.
closest. And I'm going to center the web on him.
Alright, how far can the web go?
I believe it is a 20. Is it a 20-foot cube? Yeah, it is a 20-foot cube.
So it'll only catch the brown Yeti and purple Yeti?
That's fine. It also leaves difficult terrain.
Okay.
So how far are these Yetis from us?
Well, the purple.
60 feet.
Yeah, 60 feet.
That's
You've got
the
them
closest
spread,
one.
spread all out from you. So basically they're all charging down the hill at you. Just imagine them from various caves. That
I mean,
you know.
it makes sense. They did all come out of like different caves, so maybe like wait for them to bunch up.
And all of them are looking at Wodun. And they're just licking their lips like...
Straight up.
You do look like one of them.
Where's Feline? Oh, there she is.
You're wearing one of their skins.
So I need to make 2 saves for those 2?
Yep. Dexterity saves, DC 15.
Okay. Red die is the purple.
Excuse me?
Red dye is the purple.
Doesn't matter. Both of them
You do
failed.
the math.
Nice.
Okay.
So they are
You do that.
Look, I had to make the note for myself.
Okay, so they are restrained. And it is restrained until it breaks free or is removed some other way.
Okay.
And it can, on its turn, it can use an action to make a DC 15 strength check, not saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
And if it succeeds, it is no longer restrained.
Okay.
And the web, the actual 20-foot cube web, is difficult terrain.
Okay.
And if you move into it, then you have to make the check.
Nice.
So it's 20, 10, 20. I'm guessing that you would have had to have done it like this.
Yeah, so the cube is on the maximum. The cube starts on the maximum point of the spell, and then it goes backwards to catch the other one.
How's that? Can you
That
see
looks great.
Okay. Awesome. So it's catching those two. I put little nets on their icon so you can see that they are currently restrained.
Those are really small nets from
I
how far
know.
away I'm zoomed out.
This map is weird. Don't question it.
Okay.
That's
All
my
right,
turn.
That's your turn. That means we are going to go to the Yellow Yeti.
Gross.
Don't think about it too much. So this Yellow Yeti sees Wodun and he just goes charging. He charges right up to Wodun.
Right up to him.
Right up
shit.
to
Oh my
him.
god.
Did it dash or something?
It looks
About to
like
find out.
it.
He's out of breath.
It's like 1 sec. Oh god. Ah. That's its turn. After that is going to be the Pink Yeti's turn.
Alright, it looks like it didn't get to take a swing, so thankfully it looks like it had to dash.
Yes.
Okay.
Pinky.
Pink Yeti is going to dash up next to Wodun and right in front of Carnelian.
Gotta go up the speed.
He's getting there. But it can't do anything either at this stage. Now it's the purple dotted Yeti's turn. One of the ones that's caught in and restrained in the web.
Mm-hmm.
So it is going to try and do a strength check to bust out. That's just a straight strength check, yeah?
That's correct.
Alright, it's going to be
DC 15.
DC 55. Okay.
Well, good luck getting out.
He breaks through. You just hear him just go, and just all of his arms burst outwards as the web goes flying. That's his action, but he will start moving. That's difficult terrain for 2, so it's 10,
Seems
20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That's where he's going to move to.
What an ass.
And Svieta, giant spider Svieta, it's your turn.
Yeah. So I'm gonna aim my abdomen.
I've heard this
I
before.
don't know why, but I don't like that.
Do you have to keep pointing to it when you're going to use it?
I have to. I'm gonna snipe it through the one that was coming close from that was just webbed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna snipe it between the other two that are surrounding Wodun, like in between.
Field goal.
What's how?
So it does work a little bit different to how the web spell
figured.
works.
Yeah.
So this is a ranged attack,
Okay.
and it can only hit one creature.
Okay.
And it doesn't expand out. It's
Just
it's a
the
very
one.
personalized web.
Yeah. Unlike the general web that Carnelian.
Unlike my artificial mass-produced web.
Yeah. It's fully
It's-
organic and it's
It's
great.
the silk pudding. That's the silk pudding, authentic silk out of production.
Yeah.
So who are you hitting? Sorry.
I'm hitting the purple one that was coming closer,
Okay.
just to make his day even worse.
He's like so excited that he's free. Okay, roll to hit.
He'll look like, if it hits, he'll look like Frodo in that one scene that was really gross.
Just the instant wrap up like
yeah.
Spider-Man.
That is an 18.
And that hits.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Nice.
I'll leave that little web icon on him then.
Fantastic. So he is now considered restrained by the webbing,
Yep.
and as an action, the restrained target can make a DC 12 strength check.
To try and get
A
out.
little bit different.
Okay.
Yeah, or he can burn it. That's up to
Alright.
him.
I mean, the nice thing about that is that they have to spend that action to
Yeah.
break out.
Burns
Yeah.
it up. Burns it up.
So what I'm going to do with renewed confidence, I'm going to go in between all three of them behind...
Yep.
Well, it'll be in front of Wodun, and it'll be... If we did flanking rules, it'll be flanking the other two, but
Yeah.
just as a general surface. I'm in between three Yetis.
Just surrounding yourself with Yetis.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that little narrow space that you moved between the two Yetis, you just popped up like a wheel and just spun through.
Yeah, just a big cartwheel through
Big
them.
cartwheel
Yeah,
through. Yeah, I like it. Okay, is that your turn?
it is.
It is now the brown Yeti's turn, who's also stuck in the web, so he's going to try and break out too. He fails to break out.
Yes.
So he can't do anything else at this stage?
No, he is restrained. He is unable to move.
That's his turn then. It is the Blue Yeti's turn down the south here. I don't know why I put these so far away. This is just making it hard on me.
Well, that's appropriate.
He, though, can get, and he will get, and he has gotten, all the way up to Horatio.
How about that?
How about that?
Shut up. Does the spider form say anything about it being immune to, like, webs?
It is a web walker. How exciting is that? Web me, Carnelian.
just like, here, web me up. Just thinking of the Simpsons that the will seem
Oil me up, lassie.
Oil me up, lassie.
Woman?
Woman,
Maybe
I
not
think it does
lassie.
say woman.
It's grease me up.
Oh, I don't know.
That's right.
Tim should have really answered this question.
True.
And grease me up, woman!
Woman.
I just said the bootleg version.
The discount Simpsons quote.
Yeah.
All right. After the blue Yeti's turn, it is the red Yeti's turn. There's a lot of Yetis.
Yeah.
So many Yeti.
Thanks, Tim.
You're right, Tim.
Yeah, there's just too many Yetis.
Is he going to try and sell us a t-shirt?
The red Yeti's going to move all the way up to Valine.
Oh no.
God, can they? No.
Well, it did. I don't know what to tell you.
We'll carry on then.
But he can't do anything else at the moment. And now we finally go to Wodun's turn.
Look, I've had all my plans thwarted.
Yeah?
Hashtag thwarted.
Hashtag thwart.
Just use fireball. It's fine.
I don't think he has a fireball.
I believe in him.
I start building a fireball.
That's just a bomb, Wodun.
Oh, this is probably a huge mistake, but I'm going to... On the map, it looks like there's rocks next to me, so I'm going to say there's rocks next to me.
Right. I'll believe you this time.
I'm going to take my spear. I'm going to, like, bash it on the rock a few times, and then bash it on my shield, and then, like, beat my hands on my chest, and I'm just going to, like, scream and make Yeti noises, trying to get as many of their attention as I can. And then I'm going to cast Thunderstep.
Oh, damn. Alright. What does Thunderstep do?
Any Yeti in 10 feet of me needs to make a con save.
Is that you can choose within 10 feet?
It does say each creature within 10 feet of my space.
Oh my god.
A saving throw.
What are you doing?
Jesus.
He's just plotting a cause.
So where you are right now, if it doesn't specify that you choose, it would include Carnelian.
Okay, so then in that case, after I yell and make all my Yeti noises, I'm going to take one step towards Carnelian.
Okay. So you will get an attack of opportunity from the yellow Yeti.
Yes.
Okay. He's just going to try and get you with his claw. Okay. That is going to be 15 to hit.
No.
Alright. The slash glances off your shield, and a line of frost starts forming where the claws scraped across the shield itself.
Carnelian, do you trust me? And I put my hand out.
Against my better judgment, yes.
Thunderstep.
Okay. So what's that going to include if you hear... Oh, Svieta gets hit today.
Oi.
So it should get all three of those Yetis.
Yeah, that gets all three of them. Okay, so they're going to...
Where does it take us?
I'm going to go to the north on this map. So it's probably
go south. Put the
to the south of this map. I'm going to go maybe, you reckon, like 30 feet, 40 feet from the Yetis?
At least 50 because they move 40.
I don't know if I can do that. Hang on.
What's the maximum range?
So I'm checking now. Oh, 90 feet. So yeah, okay. But I don't want to be too far away. Like I'm trying to draw them.
I mean, where do I wind up? As long as you put like me behind you, then like.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll go like 40 feet
and pirouette and put...
And Carnelian will appear in the square behind me, I guess.
I'm 100% sure that's how that works.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to be 40 feet from the last Yeti, right?
Yeah.
So...
Like, I want him to be... I want to be far enough that I'm still, like, in the... Like, that they'll still think about it. Still think about going for me. But... Not... But yeah, far enough away that Carnelian's out of danger.
Because that's the edge of the map.
Yeah. But let's say it's 40 feet.
I might have to do some creative little janking there. So, gonna say this is the 3 constitution rolls. So the red is for purple, white is for blue, and the other one's for yellow. Alright, so I think the blue one definitely saved with a over 20, like 22.
Yep.
I've got a 13 and I've got a 11.
It's 2 fails.
2 fails,
You
okay.
needed a 15. Whoa.
Okay, so how much is it half damage on a save as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
What's
Nice.
the damage?
The damage is full damage.
Ooh,
Oh,
actually,
It's a big one.
that's okay.
but you're good.
So full damage is 12, 19, 20.
20.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
And what type of damage is it?
Thunder.
Alright. So this thunderclap emanates from where you were, and you and Carnelian disappear and appear to the south. Let's say 50 odd feet. Alright, anything else you'd like to do?
Oh,
That's a cool trick.
I think that's about all I can do. Fuck it. Hexblade's Curse on the one just to the south of Svieta.
Alright, so the yellow one?
Yeah, the one that took a swing at me.
Yep. Alright, he's got a little icon on him now. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'm good.
So Valine's turn. She has one of the Yetis right in front of her, so she's going to try...
Sorry, actually, you know what?
Okay.
Now that Carnelian's out of the way, I'm going to run back in 20 feet.
Okay.
So I'll be 20 feet from the Yetis.
Oh no, yeah, you can split up your movement in this.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So you reapproach the Yetis.
Yep.
Alright, it's Valine's turn. She's in a bit of a pickle because most of her spells are roll to hit, which puts her at disadvantage at the moment. She doesn't have a save one on her right now. Let's see. Let's roll to hit.
But how aroused was this Yeti by my display that he's still going to go for Valine?
I mean, it was pretty arousing, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So she's going to... So you see Valine, she's in a bit of a tough spot because she doesn't have a whole lot where she can use ranged spells without doing disadvantage, and she doesn't have a whole lot of save spells right now. So you see her gather a bunch of... Like, she pulls her hand down, starts reciting some sort of incantation. And her hand starts to be wreathed in black smoke.
Whoa.
She tries to take a swipe at the... I'm assuming that's red. Yeti. Rolling to hit. Alright, she hits. So she's used Vampiric Touch as she slashes with this claw made of shadow and does 3d6 necrotic damage. Oh, my d6s are over here from last week, sorry. So that's 10 points of necrotic damage, and she regains hit points, but that doesn't really matter. Oh, she can just keep making that attack now as well. That's pretty cool. At least she doesn't have to recast. Okay, so she's also just going to step around the Yeti. Oh, she's going to step side by side with Horacio since he made that noise.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Big Yeti.
Big
I'm
Yeti
scared.
Okay, and it is now the final Yeti's turn.
Run, Yeti!
He's going to do something slightly different to the other ones. Maybe he's getting his big brain hat on. He's going to run his 40 feet movement, and you see that he levels his gaze at Svieta. Maybe a Constitution saving throw.
What?
His eyes glow blue, and this sort of shine emanates from them.
Constitution?
Constitution.
It ain't good, Chief. That's an 8.
You
That's
take
too many dice.
you take 9 points of cold damage,
With any luck, that attack is either like once per day or has a recharge.
and then you are
my-
paralyzed.
Alright.
This is even worse.
So Svieta is paralyzed after taking that damage as the gaze.
Do I frost over?
Yeah, I
Nice,
like it.
okay.
All your joints, like the little like joints in between your legs, just frost over. It's like brutal.
I don't like that.
Probably something I should have done before. Horatio, it's your turn.
Okay, free action. I'll take out my shield if you will permit it.
I would say that you would have. I mean, it would be weird if you guys didn't have your shields.
It'd be weird if it didn't. Yeah.
Approaching potentially dangerous situations, I'm okay with that.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna run the gauntlet.
Okay.
Let's get Svieta back up in the fight. So I'm gonna take an attack of opportunity from that blue dot one and run east, so that I am within touching range of Svieta.
Damn, that's a bold move. I like it.
Off I go.
So he will take a swipe at you as you skittle on by.
Swipe away, my guy.
That is going to be 18 to hit.
That misses.
Ooh,
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh.
Nice try, pal.
I'm gonna
Good thing we got that half plate. Or
I'm gonna say that the claws scrape along the armor of your back, and again it leaves like a line where each claw connected of this like frost.
Yeah, and Horatio expected it to hurt, and then he turns over his back and it's fine, and he's
Bit chilly.
surprised, and he keeps going. And then he gets to Svieta, and he very tentatively reaches out a hand and touches one of the horrible hairy legs, and casts Lesser Restoration.
Ooh.
Good spell.
Okay.
Yep.
you.
So that just kind of just works. If you touch a creature and can end either one disease or one condition, the condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Well, it definitely says paralyzed, not frozen, so that will work.
Yeah.
Svieta, you are no longer paralyzed thanks to Horatio's efforts.
Many thanks.
Oh, any time. That's what I'm here for. And then, as a bonus action, I will. Oh, can I cast another leveled spell? I can't.
No, it would have to be the bonus action would have to be a cantrip if you've got one.
Yeah, no, I don't need it. Oh, no. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. Top of round 2. Carnelian, it's your turn.
alright.
You're back away from these yetis. You've got a bit of distance in front of you, thanks to Wodun.
That is nice of Wodun, but I think because of the movements, I'm going to have to close that gap again. So, no, we'll make it a shatter spell. We'll put a second level shatter spell, which is a 10-foot radius, and we'll center it basically where Wodun was when he teleported. Sweets. Actually, maybe move 5 feet across so it doesn't hit.
Yep, you can get 3.
Excellent.
Okay.
And yeah, DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
The blue one makes it again, but the other 2 fail.
Nice.
So 15 total, half on a success.
Okay.
Cool. Those 2 are getting worn down.
Yeah, and then Carnelian is going to tentatively move up just a little bit behind.
Behind Wodun, who I will note is flapping his Yeti cloak and making just an absolute primal display
Like a cat.
for these Yetis.
I think Wodun is actually is like rocking a good performance right now, so I will apply
Feeling it?
Yeah. Actually, wait, no, we did have a short rest, so I have all my Bardic Inspiration back, so I will give the Bardic Inspiration to, sorry, the name has disappeared from my mind.
Horatio is his name.
Thank you. I will Bardic Inspiration Horatio.
Okay.
He's a forgettable character. I get it.
I am terrible with names.
Alright, is that your turn?
That will be my turn.
Okay. I'm going to let you guys in on something now. There are a lot of yetis just about to go. Svieta and Horacio are both surrounded, and the yetis that surrounded them all turn to them with a bluish gleam in their eye. We're going to need some constitution saves next week on Reflex Save.
There it is.
Oh, and we both have lesser restorations. Is that a good cheat?
This is why I wanted to put a Bardic Inspiration on one of you two, is
Yeah.
for exactly this.
Good thing I have just inspiration.
You like find the cotton candy one on the spot. The one but it just
Christ.
Sorry, I prefer my webs fresh from the abdomen.
Pull up my
Straight from
abdomen.
the teeth.
No, put that abdomen away. How many times I've got to tell you?
A Pint of Cthulhu is an actual play TTRPG podcast with 6 friends in a state of various inebriation. We blunder our way through a variety of tabletop RPG systems and settings filled with hilarious results and plenty of dirty humour. Listen now on your podcast app of choice and reach out on our socials at A Pint of Cthulhu. So sit back and enjoy a pint of Cthulhu.